Well, the City Creek Microsoft store opens today, this morning. In fact, they're hoping that the rain lets up just in time. The grand opening ceremony is scheduled for 10:30. Doors open at 11. And listen to this, the first 1,300 people in line will be receiving 2 free tickets for the Train performance. Not the Train Out of Town, but Train, the band, Saturday, 2 o'clock, Gallivan Center. And Microsoft is opening up these types of stores all over the country, really to compete with some of the Apple stores that have drawn such large crowds when new products hit the market. Now, Microsoft, just the latest in a long and growing list of big name companies to call Utah home in recent years. That's a very key part of the governor's plan to grow the number of jobs in the state. And Vincent Mikolay is here with the governor's Office of Economic Development. And the governor launched about 500 days ago a plan, 100,000 new jobs for the state in 1,000 days. We're almost halfway there.
Absolutely. So we all know that the governor is a pro-business governor, and by the slide behind us, we're going to show you some of the companies that we've been able to bring to the state. And we call out the fact that these companies have come here not because we've offered some great grand opening that the state is here and ready for business, but because companies want to be here. With our workforce, with our low tax rate, with a lot of incentives on the table, companies are coming here because they realize this is the best place in the country to do business.
Yeah, Forbes ranking Utah, of course, 3 years in a row now, the best place to do business. And right here behind us, again, just kind of shows geographically some of the big names who now call Utah home. Of course, we know about the Adobes, but also Shields in the last year coming to Utah. What are some of the other ones that have been successful in terms of coming here and setting up shop?
Sure. So we know about stories like Disney and eBay, but one that's really exciting that just came to us is FireEye, a company out of California that looks at global security, and they're doing it in a really innovative way. So by having them here with other companies in the software IT sector, we're building this burgeoning enterprise around security and global security, which is so important to our future.
So does the GOED reach out to these companies and say, hey, this is what we can do to help you come here? How does this process work?
So we've identified 6 key clusters within our state that we said if we focus on these clusters or these industries of business and we bring the right companies to the table, we're going to help our entire economy grow. And we do that through, we'd love to be more proactive on the recruitment front, but the reality is, with so much publicity about how well businesses are doing here in the state, we have to filter through lists of companies that are asking to come here. And we use a number of mechanisms to do that and vet before we even get to a conversation of whether or not we should incent companies to be here.
And just the fact that we are well below the national average for unemployment rate, we're in the mid-5s right now compared to the national rate of 7.7%. That also right now helps bring some of these companies here, again, knowing that the workforce is ready and able.
We've got an educated workforce that wants to be put to work, and that's why we've got 4% job growth. That's 2.5 times the nation average, and we've got a 5.2 unemployment rate, 5.2% unemployment rate. Compared to 7.7%, this is the state you want to be in if you're looking for a job.
Okay, when the governor said 100,000 new jobs in 1,000 days, what was your reaction?
I think a lot of people thought that's pretty aggressive. Are we going to get there? But I think the numbers are showing that we're not only going to get there, we're going to beat it.
Speaking of numbers, let's go ahead to the tote board behind us. 100,000 new jobs in 1,000 days. We're almost 500 days into it, so about halfway. Where are we? The numbers behind us, Vince, we're up to 15, 16, 20,000 new jobs. Where will it stop right now? Again, we're about halfway there. And we'll see here. Keep going. 30s.
Keep going.
Can we get to the 40s right now?
I think we might.
That's right. So this is good. 48,200 is the tally so far.
We are on track to surpass that goal of 100,000 within 1,000 days. This pro-business, pro-economic development governor, he's making things happen. We're lucky to have him.
And when these big companies come, they're not just bringing 10, 20, 30 new jobs. It's hundreds of new jobs.
It's hundreds of jobs. It's thousands of jobs. It's large capital expenditure in this state that's here to stay. We're in a great place.
I felt a little bit like Jerry Lewis doing the telethon right there with the tote board right there. 48,200. Vince, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Keep us posted on how that number improves.
Absolutely.
All right, Lori.